Hey, Michael Ryan here with NYC by Pub. We're at the legendary Neir's Tavern in Woodhaven, Queens. Come on in. I'm here at Neir's Tavern in Woodhaven, Queens with Loyson Gordon, the owner of the pub. Loyson, this place has an awesome history. Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, well, it's known as the most famous bar you've never heard of, for good reason. Because this place has been in the Goodfellas movie. It's one of the oldest in the country. I mean, 192 years old. We're trying to get to 200. And of course, Anthony Bourdain, oh my God, rest in peace, was standing right, I was standing there, he was right there. And I mean, it's just an iconic place. But still, it seems like most people still haven't heard about it. So that's why I call it the most famous bar you never heard of. I can't sum up 192 years in 30 seconds, but that's the gist of it.
So with the 200-year anniversary coming up, you've got 8 years to go. Have you already started planning that 200th birthday? Or what does that planning look like, and are y'all excited?
You know, with the pandemic that's happened and everything, it's hard to plan, but we did put together a group called the Neir's 200 Facebook group. And we're there to make sure Neir's Tavern gets to 200. Listen, we have like 5,000 people on our regular Facebook page, but these are the dedicated few that says, I'm with you till the end. I'm with you until 200 years. We're already thinking about a big block party where you're just coming up with ideas and we're having a good time. So I love it. The energy's there, and I think we should be able to make it.
Now, that 200, obviously we're coming up on the back end of the COVID-19 pandemic. Was that something that came to be during the pandemic? I know you all had some challenges during the pandemic, like a lot of the service industry has. Tell me about that, and was there any correlation between those two things?
You know, you hit the nail right on the head. We weren't sure that we'd be able to even reopen after the governor shut us down. So it's like, what's gonna happen to Neir's? What's going on? Like, you know? And so I decided to just put this group together and see who will actually join. And that's how it kind of started. We did like 40 weeks straight. Every Wednesday, we'll do like Zoom happy hours during that shutdown. And we were a way to connect, to tell each other stories about how Neir is important to them. And we even had like some like entertainers that would come on and just enjoy ourselves during a time of depression and just sadness and social distancing. And so that's how it actually came about. And now they've helped us to become part of a lot of media attention because they're actually there for us. They're spreading the word. They're letting people know that we don't just want this to be the most famous bar you never heard of. We want to be the famous bar that everyone's heard of because it's that important. Despite it not being in the middle of Times Square, if you're here, that means you made the destination trip and you want to be here because you're not going to fall in. You're not going to accidentally fall into Neir's. You got to
absolutely.
Yeah.
So Loy, would love to hear a little bit more about the community here in Woodhaven. You've been here for almost 200 years. How has the bar changed with the community here in Queens?
You know, Neir's Tavern would have never been in existence today if it wasn't for us trying to reflect the community. My mission is continually connect and reflect the community we serve. And it doesn't matter what that looks out there, but it does matter what it looks like in there. It has to be that tethering, right? And it's this ecosystem that makes us kind of like a little bit more resilient. We're not in the middle of like some heavy traffic, so we have to make sure we connect and reflect the community we serve. If you look on the wall, there's some patches and stuff. First responders, Army veterans and things. And I just started it when 9/11 happened. I felt a deep loss. So what I ended up doing was I took one of those patches, 343 of the firefighters as passed, and I put it up there. And I tell you something, after a while, NYPD came and said, can I put my patch up there? You know, Army and Marine, all this, can I put my patch up? Now we have what we have today, representing so many people that have given so much to the country, the city, and also the state. So I'm happy to do that. Now, if you look, I see guests and customers surrounding us in so many ways to make sure that we're not going to disappear. And some of the things that they've done is incredible. They've actually just like given us money. They've actually volunteered their time to distribute food when, you know, the food prices happen. I mean, this is what it's about, building that ecosystem. If you look at Neir's, some people say you could walk across the street and you see a young 21-year-old with a Neir shirt on, and the other side of the street, you see a 96-year-old grandma with a Neir shirt on. I mean, that's the essence. You have family here, or you can have the girls' night, or you can have the guys' night. And that's what it's about. It's just feeling that you're welcome, and it's not based on demographic. Neir's Tavern is based on your heart. And that comes in all shapes and sizes.
So people are coming in, spending their money, supporting your company. How are they doing that?
Well, we have our $1.92 soups. Celebrating 192 years, you can have a beautiful, beautiful cup of soup for $1.92. Celebrating, I love it. Of course, our Goodfellow burger is classic. Our burgers and wings, it's got to be something that you come in here and have. It's fresh, it's beautiful, I love it. And of course, I love that we have this original draft system for our beers. It's still the old style that's been here for 100 years before commercial refrigeration. You can have a fresh pint of Guinness, and you can have your little Stella, or even a craft beer from Finback Brewery that's located right up the block.
So Loy, you recommended the Finback. I'm a Guinness drinker. Let's get the day started. Maybe have a couple of them.
All right. There you go, fresh off the historic draft beer system.
So Lloyd, tell me a little bit about the draft beer system. I heard a little bit about how it has been refurbished, redone, but I want to hear it from you.
We were gonna rip it out. We had no idea what we had here. And the old timer was like, "What are you, crazy? What are you doing?" I was like, so then I realized we took all of this stuff off and we looked at it. And they're these stainless steel coils. So back in the day before commercial refrigeration, they used to just order ice from the ice houses and actually just crush up the ice and pack it on these stainless steel coils. And that's how they kept the beer cold. And this was known as the most coldest beer system in New York City. So we're still using the same one today. And that's what you're drinking out, like how they did about 100 years ago. This is it.
It's incredible.
Thank you. So. Gotta actually have my Finback. I'm a local guy, so I love it. So this is what I do.
How long have you been serving the Finback? You said it's a local brewery. Yeah. Do you work with them closely? Do you just buy their beer?
I love that you asked that, because Finback, I started serving them, started carrying them when they first opened as a way to support them. So I call Brooklyn Brewery, sorry Brooklyn, and put Finback because I wanted to support a local place. And I've been serving them for probably 12, 13 years since they opened.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
This is Michael Ryan with NYC by Pub. We're signing off. Come on into Neir's. Thanks for having us, Lloyd.
Of course, man. Thank you.